Please be seated.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're all very welcome to the membership conferring ceremony here today at our home on Kildare Street. Welcome to all our new members and their guests. This week we'll confer 319 new members from 32 different countries. And we're delighted to meet you all here today. This building captures and nurtures our heritage. Our Heritage Centre has attained museum status, an award that recognises our dedication to caring for our collections to the highest standards. We have ambitious plans to grow our museum and to open our rich heritage and medical history increasingly to the public and a wider audience. So all around you are the portraits, sculptures and items that reflect our central role in the history of medicine in Ireland and indeed abroad. Today you join their ranks and join all of us on your lifelong journey and career through medicine. This is an exciting moment in your careers and one that you've earned through your hard work, determination and dedication, as well as the support of those around you. So well done to everybody. And now, before declaring the ceremony of the Royal College of Physicians of Ireland open, may I introduce the platform party. We have Dr. Arthi Subramanian, the BST Trainees Committee Obstetrics and Gynecology Forum representative. Dr. Emer Kelly is Director of Education and Training at the Institute of Medicine. Dr. Judith Meehan, Dean of the Faculty of Paediatrics. Dr. Diarmuid O'Shea, President of the Royal College of Physicians of Ireland. Professor Mary Higgins, Treasurer of the Royal College of Physicians of Ireland, and Dr. Joan Power, Censor, and Chair of the Museum Board of the Royal College of Physicians of Ireland, and also Ms. Harriet Wheelock, who's our Mace Bearer and Keeper of Collections. And I'm Professor Michael Keane, I'm the Registrar of the Royal College of Physicians of Ireland. This is a meeting of the Royal College of Physicians of Ireland for the purpose of conferring membership, which I now declare open. With your permission, President, I will now proceed with the conferring ceremony.
Please proceed.
So before we formally admit you all as members, I now call on Dr. Arthi Subramanian, MRCPI Trainees Committee representative, to address you.
Thank you, President, fellows and members. As representative of the Trainees Committee of the RCPI, it's my honour, my privilege and my duty to represent you and to work on your behalf with the College to improve the quality of our medical education and of the training we receive. I'm sincerely delighted to be here in person today to extend my heartfelt congratulations on your remarkable accomplishment of achieving membership of this college. The effort you put into your life, all the sacrifices you've made, today has paid off, and you should be proud of yourself and of your accomplishments. As a member of the RCPI, you've distinguished yourself as the brightest and the best physicians of this generation. You stand apart as the group of doctors who will lead the profession for the generation to come. Your graduation today leads you one step closer to the specialization in your field of interest and towards being a leader within our healthcare service, and marks a significant milestone in your career and career progression and your success. Today must be a joyful day, a day of celebration to be shared with your family, friends, peer fellows, but please remember, this is not just an end, it's just a turning point. From now on, you will have a shared responsibility in shaping our profession, deciding its evolution and supporting and being the active creator of all the necessary progress to serve at the best of our possibilities in this country and all the needs of the citizens at the most vulnerable points in their lives. You will have the moral duty to put the talents and skills you have proven through many challenges and adversity to teach and to guide your junior colleagues, and to ensure they achieve and maintain the same high standards of clinical and academic excellence that you yourselves have demonstrated. In this room, we all know these exams aren't easy, and many of us were tested to our own very limit, but they are a goal worth achieving. So please guide your fellow doctors to the same success you now so deservedly enjoy. I'm delighted to see that so many of you have friends and family members here today. The support of your beloved ones has got you here in no small measure, and sharing and rejoicing with you and for your success is the highest form of love and, yes, of teamwork. Finally, now that the exams are over, you have no doubt more spare time in your hands, I would suggest you to use this period to take stock of your achievement and to think what direction you would like your career to take. With that bit of extra time you have, I would also invite you and encourage you to join us in the Trainees Committee in working with the RCPI to bring about positive changes that will benefit you and benefit the doctors who follow in your footsteps. I'm sure over your engagement so far with the college, you'll have seen what works well, but also all the things that we could do better. Now that you have both the insight and the authority to make a change, I really urge you all to work with me to keep making this college a better and better place for trainees so we can be proud to be members of this noble institution, proud of the fact that we can be part of receiving and providing world-class medical training, proud of the fact that we will always strive for better, and proud of the fact that we in this room are constantly working to safeguard the healthcare of the people in Ireland. Congratulations once again, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Arthur. I'll now ask all the licentiates and members-elect to stand and to read with me the declaration for membership, which you can find in your booklet. So we'll read this declaration together. You just need to insert your own name. I do hereby solemnly and sincerely promise that I will observe and obey the statutes, bylaws, and regulations of this college relating to members, and will submit to such penalties as may be lawfully imposed for any neglect or infringement of them, including the erasure of my name from the list of members and the surrender of my diploma of membership received from the college. I further promise and declare that I will, to the best of my ability, do all things in the practice of my profession for the honour of the college and the good of the public. I further promise and declare that I will not keep open shop for the sale of medicines or endeavour to obtain practice or to attract public notice by any unworthy means, nor will I either permit or sanction the use of my name by any other person for such purpose, or in connection with any secret remedy. In the case of any doubt relative to the true meaning of this engagement, I promise to submit to the judgment of the college. I now call upon the President, Dr. Dermot O'Shea, to formally admit the new licentiates and members-elect collectively to membership of the college.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as President, I hereby admit you individually and collectively as licentiates and members of the Royal College of Physicians of Ireland. Congratulations to each of you. Well done.
Congratulations to all our new members. You may all be seated now. And I'll now ask each new member to come forward and receive your parchment from the President of the College as your name is called. Nada Hassan Ahmad Abdul Rahman, General Medicine. Fazrul Azimi bin Abdul Aziz, General Medicine. Manathonga Mudian Salagi Kason Niranja Atnyaki, Obstetrics and Gynecology. Mosa Mustafa Bani, General Medicine. Catherine Jean Bezwiedenut, Pediatrics. Emma Louise Burke, General Medicine. Anchalan Busia Jirapong, General Medicine. Cian Morgan Carey, General Medicine. Roisin Cullinan, Pediatrics. Mohammed Hassan Elawad Dafala, General Medicine. Rory Doyle, Pediatrics. James William Fung Ziwi, General Medicine. Kieran Galvin, Pediatrics. Richard Thomas Granger, General Medicine. Colm Hannon, General Medicine. Claire Venetia Holland Shedron, Pediatrics. Umar Hassan, General Medicine. Isra Hussain Ahmad Hussain, General Medicine. Yahya Ismail Ibrahim, Pediatrics. Sir Shakeen, General Medicine. Adnan Khan, General Medicine. Michael James Lane, Pediatrics. Jessica Lazar, Pediatrics. Diane Nora McElraith, Pediatrics. Kira McCormack, Pediatrics. Sorka Moore, Pediatrics. Azim Nabi, General Medicine. Sayuri Lavani Naidu, Pediatrics. Emer Mary O'Donovan, General Medicine. Emma Louise O'Riordan, General Medicine. Abdul Razik, General Medicine. Mohammed Ahsan Shafiq, General Medicine. Tanya Sohail Nini, Obstetrics and Gynecology. Aditi Sukhnareen Rajpati, General Medicine. Leah Tyndall, Pediatrics. Kevin Versami, General Medicine. David Pinchas Yerushalmi, General Medicine. And the following candidates are being conferred in absentia, and I'll read their names. Hind Mohammed El Abdulal, Obstetrics and Gynecology. Hiba Mohammed El Sharif Hamad, Obstetrics and Gynecology. Hossam Abdul Rahim Ibrahim Hamad, General Medicine. Hussein Abdul Aziz Nur Hussein, General Medicine. Ikwan Hafriz Mohammed Noor, General Medicine. Iram Shahzadi, Obstetrics and Gynecology. Iman Rida Ali Awad Atiya, General Medicine. Isra Abdallah Mohammed Ahmed, General Medicine. Jacqueline John, Obstetrics and Gynecology. John Owichu Enikwala, General Medicine. Joshua Gary Kai Dana, General Medicine. Julia Dirks, General Medicine. Carmeen Mohammed Abu Bakr Mohammed, Obstetrics and Gynecology. Kartiban Nagarajan, General Medicine. Kavita Kumari Pinjani, Obstetrics and Gynecology. Kihal Azam Khalil, Obstetrics and Gynecology. Kishwar Feroz Famani, Obstetrics and Gynecology. Kranti Lohoker, Obstetrics and Gynecology. Krishna Priya S.R., Obstetrics and Gynecology. Leila Mohammed A. Al-Jeshi, General Medicine. Medea Gohar, Obstetrics and Gynecology, Mahad Khalid, Obstetrics and Gynecology, Mahmood Yo Ma Abu Mahadi, General Medicine, Mahmood Ali Muhammad Hussein, General Medicine, Mandi Muhammad Abdul Gadir Khalil, General Medicine, Marhim Omar Muhammad Hussein, General Medicine, Marcin Hassan Kaid Sovian, General Medicine, Marwa Salah Eldin El Badawi Mustafa, General Medicine, Mariam Musa Amoura, Obstetrics and Gynecology, Matthew Akpa, Obstetrics and Gynecology, Mawauda Fadl Ali Omar, General Medicine, Mawahib Sheikh Edin Abdan Abdul Gawam, General Obstetrics and Gynecology, Mid Allah Al Hariri, Obstetrics and Gynecology, Mergain Asa Mergain Taha, General Medicine, Muhammad Abdul Azim Muhammad Abdul Khalik, General Medicine, Muhammad Kamali Elden Abdul Razak Gohar, General Medicine, Muhammad Etiab Hago Muhammad, General Medicine, Muhammad Helmai Abdul Azim Othman, General Medicine, Muhammad Magdi El Sahid Ahmed Shashet, General Medicine, and Muhammad Hassan Muhammad Abraham, General Medicine. So a round of applause for all our new members. And I now call on one of our new members, Dr. Anchalan Busijirapong, to address you on behalf of the college.
Thank you, President, fellows, and members. It is an enormous honor to join you in celebrating this significant achievement and major milestone. Completing the membership taught us how to be doctors with exceptional care. It taught us how to truly heal. Though more importantly, it is a symbol of discipline, endurance, and resilience. However, we didn't make it here alone. So firstly, thank you to the college, the fellows, and the members with whom we work. They are our registrars, our SPRs, and consultants. You taught us our trade from the moment we arrived in hospital as students. You prepared us for the exams, and you prepared us for the future. Now that we're here, we continue to follow you in your footsteps. Thank you to our patients. If you've ever been admitted to hospital, you would have seen groups of students surrounding bed by bed, seeking help in our clinical examinations. You would sit patiently with us, allowing us to ask the story of your life, allowing us to poke, prod, listen, and learn. And without audibly at least, wondering why us doctors were still doing exams. Each heart auscultation and abdominal examination brought us closer to who we are now. To our patients, you taught us more than any textbook ever could. And thank you to our supporters, to our friends, our families, our loved ones. At this stage, you must be wondering, how many more exams could possibly be left? The life of an NCHD is a hectic one, and it is our supporters who provide a constant as we move from job to job and hospital to hospital. You lend a sympathetic ear and a shoulder to cry on through it all. No matter how close or far you are always with us. And lastly, of course, thank you to each other, to our colleagues and now fellow members. It is to each other that we turn to, be that for a fortifying cup of tea at 4 a.m. in the res, or a second pair of eyes for a tricky cannula, or someone to talk with through a puzzling case. We reached today's milestone together, hand in hand. It has been sometimes a long but enjoyable and fulfilling road together. So to my fellow graduates, congratulations. You earned this through sweat, sacrifice, and true dedication. You've proven this to the college, but more importantly, you've proven it to yourself. Take a moment to be very proud of yourself for this. But remember to reflect on where you came from, and remember to pay it forward. This includes providing the highest standard of care for our patients and to honor the trust they place in us as their doctors. This includes teaching, training, and supporting those coming after us, and to help maintain the standards of excellence that have characterized the college for 360 years. To the college and its members, This is now our college. I am delighted to join it with you all today and to work with you all in the future to constantly safeguard the healthcare of the people of Ireland. Congratulations.
Thank you. I now call on the President, Dr. Dermot O'Shea, to address you.
Thank you, Michael. It's funny just listening both to Arthi and to Ankle and much of what the themes they've touched on, I'm going to touch on again. And I guess that's one of the privileges of being the president of the college. You've got to sort of sit there and listen, hopefully for not too long, to the message I'm going to give you. But it's a real pleasure and privilege to be here with each of you today. And days like today are among the days I enjoy most in the college, because I'm acutely aware that I'm meeting with doctors that have not just achieved a major milestone in their careers, but who I know will be the future leaders and providers of healthcare delivery in Ireland and around the world in the years and decades to come. And you heard from Michael, 319 members joining us from 32 countries, joining 14,000 alumni from nearly 100 countries around the world. So it is a huge privilege for me to be addressing you this evening. So guests, members and fellows, on behalf of the college officers and the platform party here this evening, Tá fáilte Rómhaigh Ceallaigh. It's my pleasure to welcome you here on a very proud day for you, your family and your friends. And in years to come, armed with your membership, your skill, expertise and confidence as a doctor will continue to evolve, as will your connection with this college. Now, every single person on this platform and additional people in the room have shared this experience with you, and we are fully aware of the commitment, sacrifice, and dedication this takes. And I was going to say not so long ago, but nearly 40 years ago, was here getting my membership. And it's a day that I vividly remember. I don't remember many of the days of my life. This is one of them. And Ankelin talked about a couple of other qualities: discipline, endurance, and ability, which are interesting words to hear said back from you, Ankelin. I said on behalf of the trainees, because I actually agree with you. But what you do now is you become an integral part of the fabric and the history of the college. Michael referred to that. This is our ancestral home. It's our professional home, and it is yours too. And it's a global connected group of medical practitioners all over the world. And whether you realize it or not, today you actually become an ambassador for the college, and you become a custodian of what the college was, what the college is, and what the college will do. And your contribution and input will be vital in the years ahead, because if the people sitting on the platform here weren't integrally involved in the college over the years, enabling progress in delivery of training in healthcare, we wouldn't be sitting here in a college which was founded in 1654 by the gentleman at the back up there in the middle painting called John Stern. And he founded the college when he was 30 years of age. And at the time when he founded the college, he founded it specifically to improve training of doctors, to improve patient care, and as a place for doctors to meet. And they're not particularly, when you look at those as tenets, they're pretty relevant in the world we live in today. We are living in a world of uncertainty about patient outcomes. We're always wondering what we should be doing and what more we could be doing for the patient, but keeping the patient at the center of what we do and meeting those challenges is rewarded for you as a doctor by a growing sense of achievement and pride that emerges over the course of a 40 or more year career in medicine. So you've lots to look forward to. Maybe not many more exams, but lots to look forward to. Modern medicine is practiced in a changing world where expectations and demands are increasing for us all. And whether that includes geopolitical instability, climate change, tariffs, uncertainty of outcomes, they challenge us and the world we work and live in. But every generation has had their challenges, and every generation makes their mark. So I have no doubt that ye will too. But medicine is quintessentially about leadership and action, and to contribute And to make your mark, you've got to be prepared to lead. Now, the Royal College of Physicians, you'll have heard from Michael today that there are people receiving their membership in paediatrics, obstetrics and gynecology, and in medicine. But we've got 3 other postgraduate training bodies in public health, occupational medicine, and pathology under our roof. And the vision of the college under that collective is of a globally inspired community of doctors engaged and enabled to improve health. And, you know, the impact that you can make as an individual is enormous. Only recently we had a fellow of this college who got our membership around the same time I did, a doctor called Mary Riley, who got an MBE in the United Kingdom for services to neurology and medicine. So never underestimate the impact you can make, and always aim high. Here in the college, and both Arthi and Ankelin said this, we make a contribution through training, education, advocacy, and professional and public advocacy are at the core of what we do. But what you do every day makes a real difference in patients' lives. And the skills, knowledge, and friendships and networks that you develop during your training, after you qualify, and when you move abroad, and whether you come back home, which we hope you do, or settle in your own country, which we also hope you do, you know, they are the foundation and the launch pad of the medical careers you have ahead of you. Now, I'm a geriatrician, and I have a pleasure of knowing a few of you here today, but I've also worked with a few of you, so you'll have heard my same old stories, and the platform part, you're sort of tired of them, but I mean, I get to tell you as a new audience. So I recently met, you know, I meet a lot of different people over the course of my career, and I get to work with people who are both younger than me, the same age as me, and not the same age as me, and the same for the patients I look after. And I'd often ask for advice from them. And there's a lady who I'm still looking after who's 103, and she sent me a photograph a few years ago of her driving her tractor through her village in order to tell everybody how well she still was. But she'd also written to me a few years before that with some advice. And it was a long letter, and I'm only going to tell you a couple of bits of it. But one of them that she said to me in it was, make sure you stay curious. Stay curious about yourself, stay curious about your career, stay curious about those around you. It will both benefit and change your care of the patients you deliver and look after yourself. And she also said to me in that letter, and she reiterated this when I meet her in the day hospital, look after your own career. It is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Now, how you go about looking after your own career, how you go about looking after your own personal well-being is in part due to you, but it's a responsibility we own in the college for how we support people across the trajectory of the career. And there's a tendency to feel that when you arrive at the point of getting your membership, that you're there, and you are certainly there, but there's still other places to go. And that's the fun, the pleasure, and the privilege of the careers that we all have. In April of last year, we welcomed Anthony Fauci, Dr. Anthony Fauci, to the college. And he got our Stern Medal, named after that founder of the college, in recognition of all he had done for medicine, both at an individual level with patients and at a global level. And I asked him for some advice for us as individuals and for us as a postgraduate training body. Now, while of course he emphasized the importance of evidence-based care, research, science, and how that informs how we care for the patient, he also reminded me that we're not treating an illness or a disease, we're treating a person with a disease. And that, coming from a giant of modern day medicine, for me, was as inspiring as it was a relief, because he distilled down the roles we play in people's lives at their time of greatest stress and need. And excuse my Irish pronunciation, so any Gaeilgeoirs can correct me, but it sort of boiled down to core life, which is the science of medicine, and coram life, which is the care in medicine. And they're sort of two sides of the same coin. And that sort of gives us a roadmap or a signpost of how we practice the art of medicine over the course of our careers. And that can't be replaced by computers and technology. Now, I'm sure that as you weave into your practice different core values, and you'll have other core values other than ones I'll mention here, such as compassion, openness, kindness, empathy, and understanding for your patient and each other, those things will empower you to make an important difference to the health and well-being of your patients, the healthcare system you work in, and as importantly, yourself. Both Arthie and Ancelyn have said this. You are the future clinicians and leaders who will shape our healthcare service delivery over the next years and decades. So be an active contributor. But you can also become part of the culture change you would like to see across the continuum of care. And that's as much a challenge as it is a privilege, knowing that you can be part of and lead change in how healthcare and training is delivered. Now, those responsibilities can sometimes seem a little overwhelming, and clearly getting the balance right for yourselves and how you look after yourself is really important. So you've got to be sure when you're doing all of that, that you look after yourself, that you make time for yourself, for your family and your friends. So across all of our institutes and faculties, we have people like Mary Higgins, Emer Kelly, Judith Meehan, who's the Dean of Paediatrics, Joan Power has been mentioned, and Michael Keane, who are making huge contributions to the running of the college. Professor Duffy leads our Department of Professional Affairs and Healthcare Leadership, and Dr. Maeve Doyle is our Dean of Education across the college. But each of those are making big contributions to how medicine develops in the future and how we look after our own careers in the future. So there really is, when you hear Arthie talk about the role of the Trainee Committee, there's loads of roles for you to think about giving another bit of time to, as was said, pay it forward. So I suppose as I sort of get to the end, I can see Michael's getting a little edgy and wants me to finish up, but for me, you know, as we think about our own careers, we think about the history of the college and the context in which we work and practice. The other thing is just to reflect on the people you have to thank for being here today. Now, when I go down through a list of people, I always leave out one or two people, so key people to thank are the people I've left out. So apologies to them, but thank you to them. But firstly, the platform party who are here today, because they've taken time out of their busy schedules to be with you and to celebrate this day with you. And that's really important from us as a college, for you to understand how proud we are of the achievement you've had of getting to this point in your career. It can't happen without our examiners and our boards, including those who lead and chair them. So Ona Coron of Peds, Mary Higgins, who's our new treasurer of the college and one of the officers who's been doing that in obstetrics and gynecology, Lucy Ann Behan in the Institute of Medicine, and Dara Whelan, Louise Guyette, and Dermot Bernock within the context of the college. And the college staff, of whom we've got 170 who support us throughout our training and over our careers, play a crucial role in that. So in the room today, we've got Isabella and Gabriella who are representing them. So for me to be able to, on behalf of the new members and the members and fellows, to thank our CEO, Audrey Houlihan, and the team for their continued and much appreciated work on behalf of all of us. So thank you, guys. It's also my pleasure to extend a warm Céad Míle Fáilte to the guests and to our new members that are here with you today. Now, you've both been thanked by Arthie and by Ancelyn, but it's really important from my point of view to thank those of you that are here in the room and those that are silently listening down in the Winter Hall. Just to say a huge thank you for the emotional, financial and practical support that you give, because I know that they're essential ingredients in your success, and our new members would not be here today without you and that support. So on their behalf and on behalf of the officers of the college, to those of you at the back of the room and in the Winter Hall, a sincere thank you to all of you for that support. At the core, the Royal College of Physicians of Ireland provides the highest standard of quality of training, lifelong education, learning and advocacy across 40 and more years of our careers. And this translates into the best quality of care we can offer our patients. And the future of this college depends on you. And as the years fly by, and they do fly by, the college can and should always be a reference point for your continued professional excellence as you deliver care to those patients and look after and lead healthcare delivery. The opportunities open to you because of the career you've chosen are extraordinary, and your potential is unlimited. So while each of us here in this room has a reason for choosing a career in medicine, there's much more to each of us than just a title or a role. As doctors, what drives us is seeing the progress and improvement of patient outcomes and healthcare delivery. And that takes commitment, resilience, determination, and, as Ankelin said, diligence and endurance, I guess. So over the course of your career, as you bring honour to yourself, as you bring honour to your family, and you bring honour to the profession, I sincerely hope that you fulfil your own dreams and ambitions. My congratulations to each of you in getting the membership. Gurv Mila Magwiv Asklus Eishut de Hortum. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll hand you back to Michael.
Thank you very much, Dermot. That completes the conferring ceremony for membership, and we would now ask our guests to remain in the Corrigan Hall while the group photograph for new members takes place in the main entrance hall, and then a reception will follow the group photograph in the Grays Hall next door.